Hi, everybody. Welcome to the webinar. Sorry for the slight delay because of technical problems today. I hope you're all having a great day. My name is Anika. I'm one of the teachers in Myes in our Milan school, Milan Mervilli, and it's great to be here with you guys. So if you have just joined us, I can see there are two of you already here. Please say hello in the comment section. Write down your name and where you are. Okay. All right. So I will be reading out your comments whenever you write them. And we try to make these webinars as interactive as possible. The more comments you write, the more fun it will be. So looking forward to it. Hey, so today's topic is grocery shopping. Groceries are food items or things that you buy in a supermarket. Okay, so let me just write that down for you. Groceries are things you buy, things you buy in a supermarket. Okay, all right. Hi, Eulalia. Nice to see you here. So you're from Rome, I see. And Maurizio. Hi, Maurizio. Right, so nice to have you guys here. Thank you for being here. It's always fun to have you guys here and to have you interact. Hi there, Syria. Nice to see you here again. I remember you guys from other webinars as well. So you guys are dedicated students. I like that. Okay, so let's talk about grocery shopping today. In this lesson, we're going to talk a little bit about grammar, countable and uncountable nouns. We're going to talk about quantifiers. Some students find quantifiers a little confusing, so pay attention. And then we're going to talk about using get. So get can have so many different meanings that you may already know. So today we're going to explore some of those meanings. Okay, so let's get started. Here we have 3 questions that I'd like you to discuss. Okay, so I'm going to read out the questions for pronunciation and answer the questions if you want. If you want to participate, just write the numbers 1, 2, or 3 and your answers. So the questions are: number 1, do you do the food shopping? Do you like to do it? Why or why not? And then number 2 goes, which do you prefer, big supermarkets, small grocery stores, or outdoor markets? And number 3, what do you buy most often? Okay, so while I'm waiting for your answers, I'm going to talk about myself as well. So for the first question, do you do the food shopping? Yes, I definitely do the food shopping myself. And I go to the supermarket once a week now. And I do like it. I don't enjoy it very much, but I do like it to some extent. And I enjoy it because I get to find some new items in the supermarket that I can sometimes experiment with. When I find some new dishes to prepare, I can find something new. So in that case, sometimes it's enjoyable. Hi, Marcelo. Nice to have you here. So we're talking about grocery shopping and answering these questions. So what about you guys? For number 1, do you do the food shopping? And do you like it? Why or why not? So Marcelo says here, okay, let me put up your comments here. My name is Marcelo. I come from Sicily, but now I live in Legnano. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Marcelo. Thanks for being here. So now, please answer the questions we have. Number 1, 2, and 3. So do you like grocery shopping, Marcelo? And do you do your own shopping? So the question is for all of you guys. Eulalia, Syria, Maurizio. Oh, I'm sorry. Syria says your internet connection is not good. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. It's really common these days. Um, I mean, in fact, I was having bad connection problems at the beginning of the lesson. Oh, so Maurizio, it's a very good question. Can you classify the various types of markets? Sure, we can talk about, actually later on, we are going to talk in more details about different types of markets. But for now, let me give you some ideas. So there could be supermarket is where we normally go. It's very convenient. You have a trolley, you go around and buy things. And then we have fruit or street markets. So in street markets, sometimes they have in different streets in Milan where you can go around buy fruits, buy even clothing items. Um, and then you have fish market, for example, where you can buy only seafood and fish. Um, and then there are okay, so those are the different types of markets that I can think of right now. If there are some different specific types of market that you have in your city, maybe you can also write it on the comment sections. Okay, but Maurizio, a question to you is: do you only go to the supermarket, and or do you go to other markets as well to buy food items? Do you ever go to the fish market, or do you ever go to the street market? Okay. So street markets and fish markets are usually outdoor markets, but supermarkets and small grocery stores are the ones inside. Okay, so you have to go inside, more convenient with air conditioning and everything. I hope that answers your questions. So, okay, let's read some of the comments here. Marcelo says, yes, of course, I love to get the food shopping. I love to do the food shopping would be the correct answer, right? So when you go buy food that you need, things you need, you do the food. In fact, to do the shopping is all right to say. Food shopping is optional. Let me just write it down quickly in the comment section. Okay, so you do the shopping because I don't know, but when I go to the market, I'm very happy. So, okay, so you would say, I don't know why, but when I go to the market, I'm very happy. Oh, that's nice to know, Marcelo. So you say, I don't know why, but okay, so I can understand why you probably have translated it from your language, but in English, I don't know why. Let's look at some other comments. Eulalia here says, yes, I do the, so again, I do the food shopping. I do the shopping, just like I was telling Marcella. Um, I like to do it because it is an occasion for talking with people. Okay, that's a good one, especially these days when you're standing in line. It's like very rare opportunity to talk to people. It's a good one, Eulalia. So I'm just going to correct the last part because it is an occasion. So you have a vowel in occasion, o, so an occasion to talk to people. Okay, Syria says, no, I don't do the shopping, okay? Do the food shopping, everybody. It's my husband's job. I quite like food shopping because I have little time. Okay, it's your husband's job. I quite like it. I quite like it because I have little time. Okay, all right. So you must be really busy with work and everything. All right, so let's read more comments here. Marcelo here says, I prefer a big supermarket because I can find everything. That's true. Yeah, me too. In Italy here. So you guys might be from watching from Spain or France, but we are live here from Milan. And when I go to supermarkets here in Milan, I also prefer the big ones, especially Estelunga, or like they have everything there. Okay. So Eulalia here also says, I prefer the big markets. Yeah, those are fun. And here Maurizio says, I don't really like going to the supermarket for vegetables, groceries, or fish. I still prefer small shops. Interesting. Well, it's definitely easier to find things in the small markets, like small shops. You don't have to go around and look for it. So that reminds me also, Maurizio, that in the supermarket they put everything in like really far apart. So you actually have to go around and round and buy more things than you actually need. So I think it's like a marketing strategy. So it can be sometimes exhausting. Okay, Siri also says, I prefer big supermarkets, but spend a little money. Spend little money, so not a little money. Okay, spend little money. Okay, so very good. More comments coming in. Maurizio here also says you can establish a trust relationship, which is not possible in big supermarkets. Oh, yeah, that's true. I haven't thought about that. So you can know the person, the people working there, and especially if it's near your neighborhood, it's really nice. So you can have a chat, you can speak to them. Nice. Okay, Eulalia here says, usually I buy most often the all fruits and um so just a few things. I usually buy, okay, so usually is an adverb of frequency, and adverb of frequencies are always positioned before the verb. Okay. If it's a normal verb, you position it before it. If it's a verb to be, it's after it. So correction would be, I usually buy, or I often buy. So you're using usually and often both. So I often buy only fruits and vegetables, all fruits and vegetables. I usually buy all fruits and vegetables. Great. And then Syria also goes ahead and says, um, so you're saying I usually buy pasta, fruits, vegetables, cookies, and meat. Nice. Me too. I buy all these things that Syria buys, except meat. I stopped eating meat for a while. Oh, hi, Chiara from Naples. It's nice to see you here. I remember you from other webinars. Thank you for joining us. So, Sandra, nice to see you here, Sandra. So, you're saying I don't like food shopping because I spend too much. Oh, really? Yeah, it takes, I know some of my friends do the same. And also because they organize things in such a nice way and they have discounts. So it's like really tempting to buy things. I make the same mistake sometimes. So Kiara says hi to everybody. Okay. Sandra here goes ahead and says, I prefer big supermarkets because I can try many things. Nice. Okay, Maritza also says, hi, Kiara. It's a pleasure to find you again. Good. Marcelo, um, I often buy vegetables. So is only for singular things. So you can't use here. So I often buy vegetables and fruits because my wife loves it because wife is singular. So the verb must be plural. Okay. So I often Just gonna write the correct version. Buy vegetables and fruits as my wife loves it. Okay, so Kiara says hi back to Mari. So great, great. So if you guys have any questions here, you can ask. All right, so I think you have answered all these questions. Very good job. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next task here. Groceries. What do you need to buy at the supermarket? Make a shopping list. Okay, so we can ignore the first two sentences, all right? So this is for a group lesson. So instead, we're gonna look at the next question. Are the items on your list, okay, let's just look at the list here. In this list, we have some nouns, the name of food that are countable, and some are uncountable. So if you think it's countable, write down the name and then write countable or uncountable. So, okay, Marcella has already started. Very good. Salt is uncountable. Great job. So while I'm waiting for your answers, I just want to mention something that I forgot to tell you. The pronunciation of vegetables. A lot of students find this word really difficult to pronounce. So let me break it down. So you don't pronounce it the same way as you write it. You have 3 syllables. Vegetables. Vegetables. Okay, vegetables. All right, so we have a lot of answers coming. Very good. Salt, uncountable. Pepper, uncountable. Great job, guys. Oh, you guys are very active. I like that. Great. So you have Marcelo says peach is countable. Okay, Eulalia, well done. Well done. With peach. Great. Okay, so you've got this already. Peach is also countable. So you can, what's the plural of peach? So whenever you have a countable noun, you have a plural of it. So peach becomes peaches. Peaches, plural. Okay, so great job. Eggplant countable. Kiara says countable, great. And you're, okay, so broccoli, I think we have missed broccoli, some of you. Let's talk about broccoli first. Broccoli is uncountable in English. So you can have a bunch of broccolis, but it's, in general, we cannot count it, okay? But you guys are right about eggplants. So you guys have said eggplants are countable. Sorry, not chicken. And you're absolutely right. So you can count 1 eggplant, 2 eggplants. So eggplants can also have different words. So you can use different words to talk about eggplant. You can say aubergine. Okay, aubergines, eggplants are plural. Chicken. Okay, so I can see different answers for chicken. Kiara is saying chicken is countable. So remember, this is not the chicken. It's not the animal that runs around in front of you. It's the food. So after you have cooked it and it's on your plate, it becomes uncountable. Okay, so remember, guys, chicken is uncountable. The one that you, the version that's edible, you're about to eat. Okay, so lemon, good job, Kiara. Lemon is countable. That's right. You have 1 lemon, 2 lemons. Jam, what about it? Kiara says jam is uncountable. Marcelo says yogurt is uncountable. Great job. Jam uncountable. Eulalia, very good. Eggplants countable. Onions. So Marcelo says onions are countable. That is absolutely right. Yogurt countable. Lemons countable. Good. Okay, so jam uncountable. Great, Eulalia. And Maurizio here has a lot of answers for us. Great. So lemon, jam. Okay. So I'm going to reveal some of the answers. So jam. So jam, in case you guys don't know, jam is the sweet thing that you that is made out of fruits. Okay, so when you make fruits and sugar together and it becomes a jam that you spread on your bread. Okay, so jam. And yogurt is uncountable, onion countable, like you guys said. Great job. So here there are some common questions that you can ask in a supermarket or in a market in the street. In the supermarket, you don't really need to ask anything because the price tags are all there. So in the market, you may say, how much salt have you got? I haven't got any. How many lemons have you got? I've got 3. Okay. Um, oh, yeah, you have a good point there. Okay, so first Sandra says chicken. So sorry, Sandra, chicken is uncountable. Chicken can be countable only when it's a live chicken. The animal that is moving around, that's countable. But when you talk about chicken as food, it's uncountable. Chicken as a food is uncountable. Okay, this is a good point you have made, Maurizio. Liquids are all uncountable, exactly. So liquids like water, like ice cream is also uncountable, and then juice is uncountable. Yeah, great. Yeah, yes, Kiara, we've got this. So the question, be careful about the question form here. How much salt have you got? Okay, so this is a very common question about when you want to ask something if they have something, okay, if they possess something. Also, you can say, how much salt do you have? Do you have? It's the same as how much salt have you got? Okay, so be careful about one thing. I hear a lot of students making mistakes and say how much salt you have. It's not correct. You need an auxiliary verb. Have is the main verb here, so you need another auxiliary. It can be, you can either say do you have or have you got. Similarly, for the answer, you can say I have 3 lemons, for example, or I've got 3 lemons. Okay, so we have some examples here from you, Lily. Very good. Sorry. How much oil have you got? Great. Okay, be careful about this one. How many peaches? Very good. So as you can see, let's look at the examples Eulalia has given us. How much oil? Because oil is uncountable. With any uncountable nouns, you have to use much. And with any countable nouns, you have to use many. So peaches, be careful with the spelling there, Eulalia. Peaches is spelled Peaches. How many peaches have you got? Okay. And then she's also saying, I've got 3 lemons and 5 peaches. Exactly. Okay. Now let's also look at the negative sentence, right? I haven't got any. You can also say I don't have any. Okay, I haven't got. I'm a little bit slow in typing. I haven't got any. It's the same as I don't have any. But you cannot say I haven't any. Okay, that's not correct to say. Not I haven't any. Okay, be careful about that because I hear a lot of students make mistake saying I haven't any. Well, in the past, a long time ago, I would say people used to say I haven't. It's a little old-fashioned. might see it in books sometimes, but in reality, you don't say that. Okay, so Sandra here says, how many eggs have you got? Very good. Eggs are plural. And Eulalia said, I haven't got any oil. Excellent. Maurizio, I don't have. Maurizio here says, I don't have much pasta, but I have a lot of rice. Right, great. Okay, let's practice whatever we have learned now. So use, okay, no, so the next task is related to something else. So we're going to talk about some, okay? I've got some eggs, I've got some juice, whatever. What's already in your cupboard? Okay, so this is an interesting word, cupboard. So what's a cupboard? A cupboard is the place where you store your food, right? It's usually at the top of your stove where you cook. So in your kitchen on the top, you open it and we find your food. So pronunciation of this word is a little strange. You don't pronounce the P. The P is silent. Okay, so you say cupboard. In cupboard, the P is silent. So let's answer this question. Can you tell me what's already in your cupboard? So use some in your answer, okay? This is a practice for using some properly. Here there are some examples. I've got some eggs, I've got some oil, some flour, and some sugar. Let's make pancakes, okay? So in case you guys don't know, so I think eggs and oil we've already talked about. Flour is it's the white powdery product that you use to make cakes or bread. So in Italian, it would be farina. So that's flour and some sugar. So another important thing to notice is that with some, you can use it for both countable and uncountable. Okay, so countables like eggs or uncountable like sugar and flour. Okay, so another thing to mention is that when you use the countable noun, it's always plural, plural with some. So what have you got in your cupboard? So tell me about yourself, or if you have to think about it, you can even check and open your cupboard and see what you have. And while I wait for your answers, I'm going to tell you what I have in my cupboard. I've got a lot of pasta. Not a lot of pasta, I've got some pasta. I need to buy some actually very soon. And I've got some rice as well. I've got some tomato sauce. I've got some biscuits as well. Of course, I've got some sugar and salt as well. So actually, there are lots of things in my cupboard. That's what I can think of right now. Okay, we have some response here, which I'm going to read. Chiara, you're saying that I've got some sugar, some yeast, some milk. Let's make a beautiful cake. Amazing. Well done. Well done, Chiara. So, in case you guys don't know, yeast is, so the pronunciation of Y-E-A-S-T, yeast, is yeast. All right. So this is something that you use to make cakes, to make it bigger. So you use yeast also in pasta. So in Italian, it will be lievito. So yeah. And Sandra here says, in my cupboard, there are pasta, biscuits, flour, sugar, and honey. Excellent. Eulalia here says, I've got some eggs, I've got some mascarpone, so the cheese. I've got some Savoiardi biscuits. Let's make tiramisu. Amazing. And what can we make with Sarah's products in your cupboard? So you have pasta, biscuits, flour, sugar. Well, you cannot combine them. You could, but if you have, for example, some pasta sauce, you can just make pasta. Since you have flour, sugar, and honey, you could probably make a cake if you buy some cocoa powder and chocolate bars. Okay, very nice. Yes, Kiara, very yummy. I'm getting hungry right now. Right. So Maurizio here has a comment. Well done. In my cupboard, I keep things that cannot be taken by children. All right. So what kind of things do you have? I imagine that could be something dangerous. Also, either dangerous or maybe made of glass. Like if something made of glass, it can break easily. So I can understand what you mean. Great. Sandra here says, I've got some rice flour. So you don't need apostrophe S with rice flour. Okay, so I got some rice flour, some eggs, and 1 bottle of oil. Excellent. Great. Perfect sentence. Okay, Chiara also goes ahead and says, with Sandra Grappasoni, we can make a lot of things. We can make a lot of things. All right. So, yeah, she has a variety of products. So you can maybe combine and make something. All right. Eulalia here says, I've got some flour, I've got some eggs. Let's make a fresh pasta. Oh, right. Yeah, fresh pasta is something that I haven't been thinking about because I never make it. I'm a little bit lazy about making pasta from scratch. Uh, all right. Kiara is just joking about things. Right. Great. So let's see what we have next. Good part. So I've got some. We have practiced this. Now let's get to the next exercise. We're going to talk about any. So I haven't got any. Previously with positive sentences, we have used some. With negative sentence, we use any. Also with questions, we use any, right? So use any in questions and negative sentences. For example, have you got any chocolates? Have you got any eggs? I don't want to buy cookies because I haven't got any flour. Oh, I don't want to bake cookies. So bake is a word that, in case you guys don't know, baking, you bake something in your oven. Okay, so when you cook something in your oven, you bake it, right? So oven is a kitchen appliance for heating, for cooking something for a long time. In Italian would be forno, oven. So when you bake something, you cook it in an oven. The pronunciation is oven, but you write it with an O. So I'm going to write it down for you guys. You bake something when you, when you make it in the oven. Okay, so we have some more comments coming in here. Okay, so we have some negative sentences. Great job. You guys are very fast. In my course, I have got some sugar. Okay, we have read this one already, I think. So I haven't got any. No, I haven't got any. Yes, I have some. Excellent. Yes, Eulalia. So positive and negative here. Marcelo here says, do you have or have you got, excellent, any eggs or in your fridge? Okay, fridge is spelled with an I, okay? Fridge. Yes, I've got some eggs in my fridge. So I'm going to write the spelling for you, Fridge. Okay, let's look at, okay, Mauricio is responding to Kara. I've got no drugs but chocolate sweets. Okay, so you've got chocolates and sweets in your cupboard. And 4 grandchildren. Oh, so you have 4 grandchildren. That's nice. So you have to hide all the sweets from them. So greedy is a good word. In case the others don't know, greedy is when you're greedy, you want more and more, right? So you're greedy. So if children want more sweets, they're greedy for sweets. Oh, Kiara says, I haven't got any chocolate with a sad face. Okay, I haven't got any chocolate either, but I have got some cocoa powder, so I think I can make some nice brownies. I can bake some brownies. So, Sandra, have you got any sugar? Excellent example. And Kara here says, yes, I have some, or no, I haven't any. Excellent. Okay, so you're responding to the blanks here. Okay, so you're faster than me. You're faster than I am. Whew, you guys are on fire. Okay, so now we have talked about some. We have talked about any. Now we're going to talk about enough. Okay, so here I haven't got enough. Enough is not about positive or negative. You can actually use it with anything. You can use it with countable and uncountable. You can use it with question and answers. You can use it with singular and plural. Okay, so use enough. And the word enough means when you have sufficient amount of something. Okay, so enough means you have sufficient amount of it. Oops, I think I have a little technical problem here. I'm going to reshare the material. Sorry about the technical problem. This happens sometimes. Here we go. Okay. So Sandra says, okay, now I can prepare my biscuit or cookies. Very nice. Okay, so use enough with countable and uncountable nouns. So like I was saying, enough is very flexible. You can use it with both countable and uncountable. For example, have you got any chocolate? Yes, I've got some chocolate, but not enough. Have we got enough bread to make some sandwiches? We've got some bread, but we haven't got enough. Okay, here there are some questions for you to answer. What are you going to make? Do you have enough to make it? How much or how many do you need? Okay, so we're going to talk about exact quantity of something. So, I am going to make brownies. So brownies are delicious chocolate cakes. Because I love them, I'd like to bake brownies, but I don't have enough chocolate bars. I have enough cocoa powder, but I don't have enough chocolate bars. Bars of chocolate are the pieces, right? Dark chocolate bars. And to make the brownies that I want to bake, the size that I want, I need 2 bars of chocolate. I think it would be around 200 grams of 200 grams of dark chocolate I need. I've got flour, I've got sugar, I've got everything else. Just that's what I need. What about you? So what are you going to make? So you can talk about what you're going to make today, this evening for dinner, or maybe you can talk about tomorrow or the weekend. Maybe you can also mention when you're going to make it and what you need. So you can talk about quantities in grams, 200 grams, 300 grams. You can talk about packets or slices, okay? So for example, if you're talking about meat, you probably need to use grams. If you're talking about specific fruits, like if you need lemon in your recipe, you may want to tell just the number of lemons. So let's practice talking about quantities. So Eulalia here says, I'm going to make omelet, but I haven't, and there you go, Eulalia. I haven't got enough, or I don't have enough. So remember, previously we talked about this rule. So you can say, I haven't got, or I don't have. You don't say, I haven't enough eggs. Okay, so that's a good idea. Omelet. Oh, that's giving me, you guys are giving me ideas. I think I should make omelets as well. I'm getting really creative here about what I have in my fridge, based on your ideas. Okay, Kiara, you're saying, I've got some bread for sandwiches, but not enough. I need a lot of bread for making them. Okay, so Kiara, when you have for, or usually with prepositions, not all prepositions, but usually with preposition, you use the gerund, okay? And the present gerund form for making bread. Lots of people are making bread these days. I have never made bread. Okay, so Eulalia, how many eggs do you need? Yeah, that's a correct question. Sandra, I haven't got any bread. So you have got to get bread. Perfect sentence. All right. Okay, good job with this, guys. So we have talked about enough. That's it. So we're going to talk about get in and use it in this meaning specifically, to buy. So get in English can have many different meanings, but today we're going to use it as buy, okay? The verb get can be used to talk about what you want to buy. So for example, Sandra told us that she hasn't got any bread, right? So, oh, another point to mention, for the third person singular, have becomes has. So I'm just saying Sandra doesn't doesn't have any bread, so she needs to get some bread from the supermarket. Okay, so have a look at this sentence. Sandra doesn't have any bread. Also, you can say Sandra hasn't got any bread. It's the same thing. Oh, some more comments. Maurizio is saying, I'm going to make a roast chicken with potatoes. You're making me hungry. I don't have many potatoes, so I won't. All right. So you can't. So not many. You can also use enough here, Maurizio. So I don't have enough potatoes, so I won't. Great. Now let's look at the verb get and other examples. So for example, do you need to buy anything at the supermarket? Yes, I need to buy some eggs, some cheese, and some bread. So you can use get for saying the same thing. Do you need to get anything at the supermarket? Yes, I need to get some eggs, some cheese, and some bread. Okay, use the word get to talk about what you need to buy at the supermarket. Okay, so here's some examples. I'm going to the supermarket. Do you want me to get you anything? Yes, I need to. Okay, I'm sorry. This is the same thing that we talked about before. Um, Sorry for confusing you guys if I am. Just looking at what we have time for. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's talk about what you need to get. Just one sentence. I think if you write about too many things, it can get very long, and we just have 3 minutes. But we just have a few minutes left. So very quickly, can you tell me about what are some things you need to get from the supermarket? Or if you don't need to get anything, you can also mention that. If you have already gone to the supermarket recently, maybe you don't need anything. So, what do you need to get from the supermarket? Also mention the quantity of things that you need. So this is my question to you guys. So while you guys are answering, I'm going to give an example. From the supermarket, I need to get some cheese. I think I'm going to get some gorgonzola cheese, and I need to get some pasta because I have almost finished them. I'd also like to get some rice, maybe some pack of rice. Yeah, actually, I went to the supermarket some 1 week ago, almost 1 week ago. So I have run out of many things. So in case you don't know, to run out of something is when you don't have it anymore. So you don't say finish it, but run out of it. So I have run out of pasta. That means I don't have it anymore. So what about you guys? What do you need to get from supermarket? Okay, more comments here. Yulelia says, from the supermarket, I need to get some rice and pasta and not any because it's a positive sentence, and some apples. I need to get some apples. So remember, for negative sentences, you use apples. So for use any. For example, I would say, I don't have any apples. Okay, I hope this is clear. In case you guys have questions at this point, please let me know. Okay, that's good. That's all right. It's okay to forget. And then Sandra, she has a question. What's the difference between at the supermarket and from the supermarket? Um, it's basically the same thing, but at the supermarket you use when you talk about where you are or where someone is. Like, my sister is at the supermarket at the moment. Okay. I will be at the supermarket tomorrow. Okay. So when you talk about someone's position somewhere, like I am at home at the moment. But when you talk about getting something, maybe you're moving something from one place to another, you say from. So I have to get some eggs from the supermarket. So it's going to move from the supermarket to your house. If that makes sense, I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. So for example, I have to get a coffee from the bar, right? Oh, no, wait a minute. So if you're having the coffee there, I have a coffee at the bar. Okay, but if you have to get a coffee from the supermarket, you buy it and you bring it home. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Sandra. Very good question, by the way. Okay, so we have more response here. So Marcello, I think. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Marcello says, I need to get my rice, get some rice, Marcello. So again, it's a positive sentence. So you have to say, get some rice, some eggs, and water. But if it's negative, I don't need to get any rice. Okay, so Chiara, you are saying, from the supermarket, I need to get a lot of things like chocolate. You're really big fan of chocolate, I see. Maurizio, from the supermarket, I have to get some pasta, a kilo of sugar, very nice, and some baskets of strawberries. Strawberries, very nice. Great. So you have mentioned the quantity, kilograms and basket. Oh, bye, Chiara. Nice to have you. It was nice having you here. I hope you have a good evening. And we are all actually about to finish in a couple of minutes. So Chiara is saying bye to everybody. All right. So it's we're almost finished. So if you have any doubts, any last, okay, we just have a few seconds left, so maybe we won't be able to talk anymore. So we have to leave it at that. Hope this was useful for you guys. Keep practicing. Remember, some with positive sentences. With negative sentences and questions, you use any. And enough is used with anything. Okay, so keep practicing this. I have enough time to read the last comment here. Some used also in a positive sentence, but any used with negative sentences and interrogative. Yes, exactly. Well, there are some exceptions, but I don't want to confuse you in the last minute right now, but this is a very general rule, okay? For some, There's another rule, but I think you're going to discover it in later lessons or later webinars. But for now, remember what Yulelia has just mentioned. All right, thank you, everybody. Have a good evening. All right, take care. Bye-bye.